Okay, you guys, welcome back to another tier list for the new season. Today we got some special guests and special tier lists. Starting out, we got the incredible Yomus. Yomus, how you doing?
Thanks for the introduction here, Dave. My name is Phil or Yomus here. I am a caster and analyst for Honor of Kings, and I stream and play games sometimes here at Yomus Live.
Actually, Phil was a pro caster for Key Major West, and then he is going to be casting another event soon, and I'm really excited about that. Yeah. We can't talk about it at all though. Like, it has to be, top secret. So you have to stay tuned. Follow Yomus and then Yomus Live, and you will see where he's gonna cast. All right, next up we got an incredible ex-pro player, MTS.
Hey guys, I'm MTS. I played pro in Korea and China for Honor of Kings, and I came back and played in NA for a bit. You can find me at MTS Amazing on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube.
Just another little bit of background. I think MTS is probably the most veteran pro player in the NA mobile MOBA esports scene. Like one of the best. And you have always played Clash Lane, right? Like doesn't matter what game you play. Okay,
always.
Yeah. So he's goated, and he know what he's talking about. And then the only pro player who played. How long did you stay in Korea? One more time.
Around 1.5 years to 2 years. I played there.
That's a lot of dedication for pro training. Yeah. So. Last but not least, we have Will I Beat It, aka Willie. Willie, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey guys, I'm Will I Beat It, content creator from Canada. I was contracted through Nemo TV for a few years doing content creation for Arena of Valor, and now I'm doing Honor of Kings content creation. You can find me on YouTube, Will I Beat It, and on Twitch as well.
Yo, what is the current series you're doing? You're doing number 1 Miyue grind, right?
Yeah, we're trying to grind her exactly. Yeah, we're right now. I think we're number 6 or 7 currently. So we just have to wait for it to update, and then we'll be on the battle sector. But yeah, I think we need about 10 or 15 wins to get number 1.
That's insane.
So he's grinding. So
yeah, we have to do a 1-on-1 because between you and Phil, Phil also grinding me, right?
Well, I'm a caster nowadays. Okay, I'm retired, But yeah, big fan of Will here. He plays a lot of me. I lurk a lot of his streams. You're trying to steal some tactics here. He's a very strong Miyue player.
All right. Okay. So this is just a little background about what we're doing here. Okay, we got a little bit of everyone. Okay, this basically covers some of the best creators in the community. So make sure to follow everyone if you want to follow some really great English content. And just want to give you a background about this video. We got a tier list provided by one of the top players in the entire North American server. Right, this player has 30 heroes. That's like top 10 in the entire server, North America, not just US or Canada, but North America, the entire continent, as well as he currently have like I don't know how many, but a lot of heroes. He's just number 1, right, in rating. So he's insane. So we spent a lot of time talking to him about this tier list. And today we're gonna do a live reaction. Now, mind you, all these guys, Phil, MTS, Willie, never seen this before. So we're gonna take a look at them. And you guys feel free to share your reaction, anything you think can be adjusted in your opinion, and we can adjust them live, like right here. Starting off, we do have the Clash Lane. What do y'all think?
I'll start off first here. Is this tier list going to be mainly for ranked play, solo play, pro play? Because there's some characters that are really high, I think, for normal ranked play,
Sure. Good context. So this tier list is only for rank.
Ooh, okay.
He is mostly using them for tournament. So we're clumping peak tournament and rank together, right? But you're playing solo, duo, trio in that kind of scenario.
I think one that I'm looking at here first is the Guan Yu. I watch a lot of pro games. Guan Yus are insane. I have yet to find one good Guan Yu on ladder before where he does not automatically lose his lane. I'm sure as you get higher, the Guan Yus get better and better, but that's such a hit or miss character, I feel like. And 7 out of 10 times it's a miss, at least for me personally. I don't know about everyone else.
What do you think, MTS? What do you think?
Well, I mean, I play Guan Yu myself for peak, so I personally think it's in a pretty good spot. But I mean, I definitely have played against really bad ones that just give me free kills every single game. Like, I like playing against Guan Yu, and I like playing it myself. So I think it's in a decent spot if you're actually good at it.
Now we're on the topic of Guan Yu, right? Guan Yu is getting a rework where you can auto attack while you move. The Chinese server already have that, and also I think you regenerate HP when you're in the bush when the horse is eating grass or whatever.
Yeah, that's a big
quality
wild
once he does that. It's gonna be crazy once he has that in the global.
MTS, what do you think? Like, how do people counter Guan Yu like a good one if you see somebody like that?
I would say there's a lot of hero counters to him. It's like Dharma and Mei and Mulan. Those are the 2 that just counter Guan Yu. You can never win lane, and you kind of just have to keep an eye on him everywhere. You can't let him get out of your sight. Your team needs to know where he is. Because if he gets in like a spot where he gets behind everybody, it's just over. He just pushes everybody in. So you just got to stay on top of him.
Basically, the counter is vision. Then you need like
Yeah.
someone who can get vision, like Zhang
Yeah.
Fei then, kind of, sort of.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I guess Zhang Fei can also push him like, to cancel his...
Yeah, he can take him off the horse. I don't know if that's like a lone solo S tier. Like I don't know if it is really that good.
Where do you think this guy belong?
I would say it's in the same tier as everybody below him, like in A. I would say like where Dharma is,
Oh,
like Dharma
shit.
lane. Like
Okay.
yeah,
Billy, what do you think?
I think that Byron's probably strongest in that lane right now, or like real like.
Do y'all agree? Yo, Phil, you concur with
yeah.
this?
I would say I concur with the Byron.
I think I'll look at it more from. I've been reviewing a lot of pro games lately here. Byron is very contested. Yin is very contested as well too. Now that I'm looking back on it, I think Charlotte is a little bit low for how high priority Charlotte is in pro games. But this is still like more of a ranking / peak tournament style list here though. But yeah, I kind of agree with him. I think Yin is definitely strong, but it's not like it's way better than Byron, and Dharma and stuff. They all have their different applications here. I think the top 4 there are all like S tier or high A, depending on however you want to split it there.
What about freaking Elaine? Like, I see Elaine being contested all the time, in pro and rank. Like, this guy's good, no?
I think he fell off
He fell off?
Yeah.
personally. I think he
he's
fell
actually
off.
Kind of
weaker than the other
easy to
4.
deal with now. I feel like he can sure snowball,
I
but
feel like he's been meta so long
gone.
and people just got used to it. Like I don't know what it is, but he's just gone.
True.
In my games at least.
I was talking to him about it, and he was saying Charlotte's such a player-dependent character. The reason why he put Charlotte like a little bit further back in A tier is that you have to be good for certain characters to work. Like same as Guan Yu or whatnot, right? So it's a very user-dependent kind of character. But they're good. Like for example, Mulan can be really good if the player is just really proficient at it. Like what's the counter play for Byron? What's the counter pick if there is any, or counter play? Yeah.
Not much.
Not much.
I'm sure Byron is so good at like all stages of the
Like
game. I
his
feel
lane
like.
is so strong early. I mean, late you can pick. Like if I really wanted to beat a Byron, I would pick like a split push hero, like Charlotte or something. So like late game, I can win the 1v1. But like early game, there's nothing. You just have to let him win. Otherwise, you just get destroyed by him. So it's just
What about anti-heal? Like item-wise, do you think anti-heal will work, or does it even matter?
the AD item itself of anti-heal isn't really built a lot. That's the problem. So like usually your mage will put anti-heal on him, but I mean in a 1v1 it's just like physical hero versus physical hero. So the 1v1 he's always winning.
Yeah, true. Okay, what about Baiqi? Like some of the B tier heroes. You think this guy's like at the right spot?
Yeah, I mean, like he's just all right. Like he can tank a lot of damage, and he's just he's like there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's that good in like proper solo peak tournament play, but in team play he could probably be a little bit better. Anything that's pure tank, is not really what you're looking for. I think.
Yo, if you
in
wanna
solo.
If you want to watch like a streamer live reaction on Baiqi, you have to go follow Phil, right? Like I was watching a stream when the hero came out, and then it was some of the funniest reaction you can get. Only the good play turned to video. So if you want to catch a live reaction, you have to go watch the stream. So
it was not what I expected, to say the least. There's a little bit of clickbait there,
Okay, what about Yang Jian? You know the Yang Jian's getting reworked soon. This character.
He needs that rework. I think he sucks. Like he's just.
Did you ever watch any footage on Yang Jian's rework? Like, what do y'all
I
think
did.
about
I did. It looked crazy. I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah, he gets like 100% immunity, quad control immunity. Like after
Oh, really?
Yeah, like he's passive basically every time he accumulates crowd control immunity over time. And then when he use ults, like he just consume all the crowd control immunity. But he like normally he can basically become immune to crowd control always. Like it's insane.
That's pretty crazy.
That's pretty good. That's pretty.
Well, the
Definitely
only thing,
needs it though.
yeah, it looks really good. Like if you look up videos on the rework, it's pretty insane. I think this is pretty good.
I do think that if people are low tier, like low elo, trying to climb up from like master,
Yeah.
split pushing heroes
What
are a lot
about-
like better in terms of that, rather than picking like a tank.
True.
So
team.
what about Mia? Why is she so low?
Okay, where do you think Miyu belongs in Clash Lane?
I would say like high B tier.
Yeah, she's pretty good at split pushing, but she's not good in team fights at all.
So where would you high B like?
Yeah, I would put her around there where you got her.
Okay. So I gotta ask soon to be number one Miyu, right? Willie, what do you think?
Like I think right now I'm building her tank inside that lane, and I can go against a lot of people and sustain quite well.
I would say if the enemy team picks a tank top lane and you pick Mia into it, she just becomes like A tier, S tier, because it's so good against tanks because they can never kill her. and
Oh,
she
like-
just invades your jungle and stuff like that.
Like a
Like
Duen.
if they pick Dun, yeah, it's a Dun
Okay.
counter for sure, and like a lot of other tanks, like Lien Po, stuff like that.
You know, to Billy's point, I've seen a lot of Fuza lately. I don't know why. I just seen a lot of people pick it. Maybe because I'm low elo.
Yeah.
It's so annoying. Because like
It's
all
just
the
good for climbing. Like it's just split pushing. No one pays attention when they're lower tier elo. They don't watch the map. They're too into the moment.
yeah.
You just split push.
So I think that's pretty much it, right? Any other comments you guys have about the Clash lane?
I actually think Miyu could be even higher. I feel like
Really?
she's seen more than the Ada, and she has seen some applications in pro play, whereas I think Ada's really high. I've seen it play pro one time and it lost like really badly. I don't think Ada is seen too much, at least from my personal experience here. Ada being higher than Dune seems kind of interesting to me. You know,
Got it,
I feel like
yeah.
Dune is a lot better than Ada.
I think MTS knows this for sure. So Ada in the Chinese version is a pig, right? It's a
Yeah.
Ba
I
Jian.
don't know why, but the Chinese version just feels better.
Yeah, because yeah, he's like more of the tanky character.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, so that's Clash lane. Let's go to the next one. This is the first time you guys seen it, which is the mid lane tier list.
Bro, Daji's higher.
Daji's higher.
Yeah.
Okay, why? Tell me.
Because she has such high damage right now, and she's so easy to play.
All right. Okay, so where would you
Yeah.
put Daji? Like in B or A?
She's an A for sure.
All right, A, low A, or Shangguan, Princess Frost? What's
Probably
going
like the
on?
mid A.
Okay. Do we have any contest? Do we all concur with this change on Daji on high A?
I would say, like, I honestly think, like, I've seen it do really, really well, like, recently. I know they buffed her. I would say probably
she's right
lower
now.
than Princess Frost. Shangguan just got a buff too. I'm not sure if she's...
Shangguan did just get a buff.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if she's stronger than Shangguan. I haven't seen enough.
So what's the difference between Daji and Frost, right? Like why, you know?
Well,
Yeah, she's just right around there somewhere.
Frost just has, like, more AoE and wave clear, whereas, like, Daji, if she gets to late game, and you need to like hold your base or something, she's not clearing the waves as well as Frost is.
Sure.
So I just think Frost is a little bit better that way.
Makes sense. I mean, competitive wise, Frost does get a lot more points. Daji never shows
Yeah.
up competitive. Yo,
I
Phil,
did see it in IKL, I think.
Phil, really?
Yeah, it was like IKL. What is that? The Indonesia League or something?
Yeah, Indonesia.
Yeah, I swear I saw it. I saw it there in a game.
Yo, Phil, as a caster, so do you concur with this? What do you think?
It's hard. Every time I look at the tier list here, you know, like I initially jump to the pro level, you know, and I'm like,
Yeah.
whoa, Princess Frost, you know, should be like really up there. Princess Frost is a really contested pick in pro, you know. It's often first rotation. It never really gets banned, you know, but it gets first rotation a lot. To
Sure.
get picked with Liang, for example, to funnel some more farm reliant junglers. But I think that they're all about there. Like everyone in A, I think deserves to be in A. It's just that, is it, you know, top of A or bottom of A? I personally think Princess Frost should be a little bit higher, but I might be a little bit biased from watching and reviewing my games there. And I think Sha as well too should be a little bit higher as well too, because it's not picked too often, but when it's picked, it seems really good actually. The Sha,
Wait, you sure you mean like this guy, right?
yeah, I call it Sha. How do you say it? She?
Her name is Shi. So her Chinese name is Xi Shi. Like she's also known to be one of the prettiest lady in Chinese history. But again, I have never seen her, so I can't really verify that. But yeah,
I know Dave's old, but I don't know if he's old enough to see her. You know?
Yeah. So her name is Shi. It's
Sure. Okay.
yeah, English pronunciation for Shi.
That's
is,
basically what I said. But all right.
Wait,
all right,
didn't
Dave.
you just say sure? Like you said sure.
I think Sha as well too should be a little bit higher as well too, because
But no, Shi.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well,
Sounds like all my Chinese classes. When the
hold on.
teacher's telling me one thing and I'm trying to say it back and I just don't say it right.
The lady that pulls people. Okay, I'm calling her that. From now on.
Yeah, hold on, Willie. How would you pronounce this person's name?
Oh, she all day.
Yeah, just say
She?
she.
Oh, there we see. There we go. There we
Yeah,
go.
she is pretty good. You know, I mean, it sounds because it's SHI, right? So it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Dr. Bien at the bottom now. He might be up one tier now based off his
Yeah,
last.
he's actually a lot better too. I think. Yeah.
So yeah, he got buffed on skill 2.
Oh.
So he heals more and deal more damage. The thing is, it doesn't go into his passive. The most important thing is his passive. They just buff his one skill, like the skill 2. So when you send the wave, that's about it.
But it's his most important skill though, because he uses that every 3
sure.
seconds the entire game.
Yeah, most often,
He does
yeah.
not stop moving it. Yeah.
Sure. So where do you guys think this guy goes?
Just in C, maybe max.
C
Right
top,
now.
top
I
C.
haven't seen him being played enough to really like know, but his healing is a lot better now.
like, do you guys agree with Mai and Gan and Mo? It seems like no one is contesting this. Like, this is S tier.
I agree completely. I think
strong.
they're just really strong in the right hands.
Sure. Okay. So the question then, if enemy team pick, let's say I'll go by one, like Mai, you don't want to play Gan and Mo or Mai, right? You want to have some fun. What would you do to do better in lane against those tier S characters? Let's start with Mai.
Against Mai, Milady for sure.
Milady?
That's like the counter because you put the minions down and then Mai's S2 is never gonna hit you because you have minions in front. It's kind of like I remember it being somewhat of a counter.
Sure, it makes sense. Actually, it makes so much sense. No, like
you're never getting hit by your S2.
Milady is really good against melee heavy compositions. So if they go a melee in the mid lane, you just get more people for your robots to hit. Like melees always have to deal with the robots, which is so annoying.
Yeah.
True.
And Mai really cannot deal with the robots at all.
The robots are harder to kill. Like if they have people who don't have AoE clear, I think Milady is good. You're right. What about Gan and Mo? Is there any way to deal with him?
He's so safe. Like it's up to the Ganamo to mess up. He can hit you from so far away. You really just try to catch him on rotations. Probably that's his only weakness. If he's in lane and he's good, you can't really kill him. He can hit the minions from his tower the entire game.
He's like a super assassin in jungle, like somebody that could, like Murad. What's his name inside this game?
Li Bai.
Yeah, like someone like that can, like, once he uses his skill, you can just use your secondary jump, leap at him, and then he's stunned again, right? And then you can get him. But you just need somebody that closes the gap twice or super burst.
What about like other people? What about like if you're playing a marksman or you're playing let's say you're playing a squisher character, right? Not necessarily a marksman, just a mage. You're playing Yuan. How do you deal with Gan and Mo? Or you just surrender?
It's either surrender or you just dodge somehow.
Okay.
Like,
so it's footwork.
I think like the main counters to him are just dive, and like a lot of clash laners counter him, a lot of like assassin jungles, but his like main strong point is just one-shotting squishy people. So I mean, you can buy, like, a lot of ADCs can actually buy I forget what it's called.
Succubus Cloak.
Yeah, a lot of them can buy that to like not die to him. But other than that, it's just you gotta make sure you don't get hit.
But even then, like I see people with Succubus Cloak getting one-shotted with Like
I saw an Angela today that ulted, and this Ganamo just one-shot her. She had her ult shield, everything. She put her ult down, and then the Ganamo, because she can't move, Angela can't move during her ult, and the Ganamo just killed her. Instant one-shot. I was like, wow, how do you play against that?
Dude, I cannot believe this character is such a... Do you think this character needs a buff or nerf, like in any way? Nerf?
I think a nerf. The problem is I feel like when you nerf him, he's like unplayable, and then when he's good, he's always too good. It's like a weird, because he doesn't have CC or anything. It's just all poke.
Yeah,
and it's just so hard to deal with.
I think he's relatively stationary, even though he has that skill 1 to jump away. As mentioned before, clash laners and divers, they can still easily get on top of him. I think Shangguan probably is a decent matchup because of that, though, because she can just cut through the wave and then dodge his skill 1 and maybe assassinate him. But yeah, Ganamo's one of those characters that's considered like hard to play. So a lot of people still mess up on Ganamo. So if you nerf him, he's going to feel even worse for the lower skill player. And then for the good players, like I think he's definitely very strong, as mentioned by everyone else. He's the highest damage character on average in the game, and that's for good reason. He's so safe, Maybe make him more dangerous somehow. Make him like the close range blades do more damage, so you have to get close more. Maybe that will actually benefit the weaker players. They're not good at playing their range. They walk up close more, but now their close range blades do more damage potentially. Right, something to think about.
You know what's interesting? Like, I was watching KPL, Grand Finals, Playoff, whatever. Ganamo actually doesn't show up that much. The reason why is they have so many different characters in the Chinese region. Like, they're ahead of meta, right? The thing about HoK mid lane is just so fun. Like, every character is fun. Renewal is fun, Mai is fun, Ganamo is fun. Like, Yixin is fun. Everybody's fun. They're unique. Once more character comes out, I think, people are just going to try to play mid always because it's so fun.
It's so strong, too. Like, we don't even have a D tier. Everybody's like pretty good to play.
True.
They're all good heroes.
True.
Like B's can even get away with it. A's is like your main pick, and S is like if it's not banned, you got to pick it type deal. Like. True.
And a lot of characters here can be played different roles. I think Ziya, like B tier especially, Ziya, Shi, and then Mozi, right? And you have Yu Huan. They all can be Liang, can all be played as Roam, and they're actually more often than not used as Roam.
Yep.
I just realized Yuan is in like the bottom of B. I think Yuan is a lot better. Like,
Yuan?
It's played a lot in mid, like as like a bruiser sometimes. It's very flexible pick too.
In mid lane, What do y'all think about Yuhuan? Like, okay, so Phil, where do you think this guy should be placed? This girl, sorry.
I think it should be like behind Angela or Dao-chan probably. Like definitely more than Gao, you know, like
Yeah, I feel like Gao's a little high.
Yeah.
Gao? Gao's a little high? Okay.
Gao in lower ranks though, I think is really good though. But
True.
like as
He
he
is
gets
very
high, he gets
easy,
punished a lot.
but-
All right, so isn't Gao and Shangguan similar? But Gao does more AoE. Like I feel like okay, so MTS and Willie knows this really well. You guys played AoV
That was
before.
way easier to play.
Yeah, that character can go in 1v5 and your entire team dies sometimes. Like I remember that, like the
Yeah, and Dinar, you could do that no problem. Same with Gao, you can do that easily too. It's a matter of you just have to stay like somewhat like with you need gold is what you need with Gao.
True. I mean,
a lot of the time your jungler is taking the gold from you, so
you're saying this character is more of a farm. He needs more farm than other mages in a sense.
yeah, if he had more damage and stuff early on, he would do a lot more.
Yeah.
But he needs to get into late game, and it's hard because the jungler just come and attacks you.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty much why he's lower tier. You know, like mage in competitive or higher elo is mostly judged by like the highest damage to gold ratio, right? Like basically which mage can be more effective with the least amount of gold. And obviously also lane prio, right? That's like number one most important thing. So like Mai just good at everything. But a lot of other mages are so much utility with so little gold. Like Lady Jin is good no matter what. Princess Frost, same thing, right? You don't need farm on those characters. They're just good. Same as Yixing, right? They're just good. But yeah, you're right. Like Gao is probably farm dependent. If he doesn't get farm, he's useless. He goes in and he just disappears.
I've seen some Gao plus Dahlia together where they just give, which is like really scary for some reason. I don't know. Like he just permanently has his ult and he's running at you. But other than that, I think he's kind of, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Gao, I mean, Dahlia works with everybody though, kind of, right?
That is true.
Everyone with a good ultimate, you know?
Yeah, everyone's good ultimate, true.
Yeah.
Everyone's good ultimate. All right, so I think this is the verdict from mid lane, right? You guys all agree? Any final words?
No, it's good.
That was good.
I think it looks great.
It's about there. Maybe Dr. Beyond over Sima Yi.
Dr.
I feel
Bien.
like Sima Yi mid is really bad.
Wait, Dr. Bien versus Sima Yi? Sima... Okay, hold on. Sima is more mobile, no? And also does better against mages.
I feel like he has no priority at all in mid. He just gets shoved in guaranteed. Like, if your support starts middle, what is he going to do? You know, he's not going to 1v2 both the range. Yeah.
So you think the lane prio is really low compared to everyone?
His lane prio is like really, really low. After
his lane prio is really low.
Levels, he's okay. You know?
I just think he needs gold.
He's stuck in lane. He needs gold. So if he's jungling, he can get ahead again.
True. And you know, on the topic of lane prio, like Dr. Bien actually doesn't lose too many characters in mid. Like this character is really strong in mid. Like just you're talking about one-on-one because he heals so much and he poisons you. Like he throw a skill 1 on you when you try to walk up, and you're like,
If we were in like a big bruiser meta and Dr. Bien could just walk around with a bunch of tanks, like he would be really broken.
Bro, Zhongfei Dr. Beyond is such a beast combo. Like, They
like
play that a lot. Dr.
tanks.
Beyond Marksman or farm lane or whatever.
Bro, I was about to mention that. They've been playing Dr. Bien in farm lane, bro. You gotta ask
where are they playing that? What the heck?
Yeah, they play that. They play that with tanks like Liang Po, Zhongfei, Dr. Beyond.
Yeah. With a good tank. If it wasn't so like if the meta wasn't so dominated by like ADC and like ranged poke and stuff, if it was like a bruiser meta, he will be like S tier always. But we're unfortunately not in that meta.
I think sometimes, because right now, obviously HoK is still catching up on characters, but there is a specific strategy where if you play a jungle focus kind of strategy, like Pei or whatnot, right? Heavily rely on snowball, and you can't really the side lane. They usually get like a fighter or mage-ish, you know. So you can get Bien, or there's another character called Yuan Ge. Remember the puppet master? Yeah, like they get some kind of bruiser. But we'll get into that once HoK catch up on heroes. And I think it's going to be pretty quick. We are getting the new Flowborn.
We're going to keep it global for now.
True. You know Flowborn's coming out. I'm excited for that. Bro, that's so exciting to watch the official videos. Anyway, the next role, jungle.
Well, why is Ada so high on all these lists, bro? I swear Ada's not that good.
He's a Chinese player, so he must be like from the Chinese point of view.
He's thinking about the pig guy. I feel like Ada in global is like terrible.
What? He's tanky. If you build him tank, he is pretty tanky.
You gotta move Miyu up there like a bit at least.
Wait, is this bias?
Wait, Lamb is like the bottom of B almost. By the way, Lamb is a lot better than that. I feel like.
Okay, all right, hold on. Let's do one thing at a time, right? So, so Miyu, right? Willie, where should I move this in jungle?
She's like at least like probably mid B at least. Based on all those heroes.
All right, okay. What do y'all think? Phil MTS, what do y'all think?
Miyu is probably better than Nakaruru, I think.
Really?
I would say low B.
Yeah.
Like really low B.
Miyu?
But then Prince is better than Miyu though.
Prince? Okay, so
I would say Prince is better.
Yeah, probably here. What about Ying, right? If Ying is like out of the picture now.
Ying is pretty good right now. I think Ying's pretty good right now.
I think Ying is kind of like it's just easy to play. Like
I think you need to have her in the right hands to be good.
Ying? True.
I don't think she's better than Lam. If I see a Lam on the other team, I'm scared. Like
I think Lam is rated dangerously low at the moment. Same with Prince. Like those two. Oh, Prince is way worse than Lam, I think, but Lam is way too low. Well, Lam is for sure better than Okio. Dude, Okio is like terrible, I swear.
All right, let's do next character. Phil, who we're talking about?
Ada. Let's move down Ada first.
Okay.
Like Ada is on fraud watch right now. Like for sure. There's no way Ada's like in C in my opinion.
All right, so
minimum.
Okay, where do y'all think Ada belong? Like in C?
I mean, I think most characters are situational based off of comps. So we should just have them as A, B, C, whatever. And it's just like if they're in that tier, they're in that tier. Like they're like pretty similar, you know?
True. Oh, by the way, this is Aku. This is Aku right here. So you just can't see because she
just got nerfed, didn't she? Or am I?
I think it's buff.
Tripping? I can't remember.
But did she get buff or nerf?
I can't remember which one it was.
I think
it was
she
a nerf.
got nerf. And I remember I was like, why? Because she doesn't seem that good anyway.
Can I bring up one thing that's like really bothering me? Is Yuhan is not worse than Arthur. Like,
okay, all right.
Yuhan is such a good jungle, I think.
Okay,
wait,
so
Yuhan is in D?
That's
like another pretty contested pick in competitive sometimes.
It is.
Jungle.
Like, but Yuhan competitive is used as Roam though.
But I've seen it in rank though. Like in ranked, Yuhan is pretty good.
Yeah, but they use it jungle as well too. Whereas Arthur is never ever seen ever in jungle. Like,
okay, all right. Where do we put
Yuhan?
Like,
I would put her at least
next to Miyu.
Yeah, right around there, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, cool. The thing about Yuhan, like I was asking about Yuhan as well. I was like, why Yuhan so low? Because Yuhan Dolia is like the one of the
of course, yeah.
And then he said it just feels it's all relative. So like in top NA, I mean he's also judging off at NA rank, right? Because he's grinder in NA server. So they just never seen Yuhan. Like all the games he played, he said he never seen this guy. Yeah,
when I was playing like grinding a lot, I saw it so much. Maybe recently it's fallen off, but I've seen it like religiously in high low. Like especially because it just flexes every single role. But jungle is still good.
Personally, I had a question, right? Now, obviously Luna, Pei, like those characters, you guys have any
I agree with that.
Okay, those are correct. It's just goated. So what about Fade? Where do y'all think Fade is? Like,
I feel like he needs like an asterisk. Like you have to be good to lock this hero, otherwise he's really bad. Yeah.
I think he's bottom of A, if anything. Like on average, Danwei Hanshin like does more than him.
Han is pretty high up in A tier for sure. He's really good right now.
Wait, who?
Han.
Oh, Hanshin.
Yeah, Hanshin too. That's another like you need to be good character though. I think like he 1v9 super hard.
By the way, Hanshin is used in competitive a lot as well. Like they just build him tank, but they build everybody tank. Yeah. With the exception of those three, the Luna, Pei, and then Jing. Right. Everybody else builds full tank.
Yep.
Global, I've seen like when me and Will were watch partying in Global, they were building a lot of AD Hanshin, and every game I was like, why are they not building him tank? I feel like in Global they're like they're just behind on like the tank Hanshin, like they really don't know for some reason. But it is good.
By the way, if you want to watch Hanshin, like I know Willie like literally posts a lot of shorts on him. Like all his montage are just Miyu.
I've been grinding them.
Yeah, he has been grinding, and you have like the which skin? You have the
flawless, whatever it's called, the flawless skin.
Yeah, it actually looks good.
Nice.
I think Hanshin has one
probably
of the best.
Top 3 skin in the game. It's so nice.
Yeah, it is so nice. Like the animation, everything looks really good. Okay, so I got a question because recently I've been seeing Luna Pei is just always there. Luna and Jing, are those characters ban worthy in your opinion? If you try to grind,
I think if you
So
ban Yarya, I don't think you have to worry about them too bad. Like Luna.
If I'm in like high elo peak rank,
yeah.
I know the person that's going to lock them in is going to be good, so I'll ban it. But if I'm just ranking normally, like in lower elo, I won't ban it unless I somehow know that there's a good Jing Luna player on the other team. Like that's just how I feel. Like if you're in really high elo, they're ban worthy. But if you're kind of lower, I don't think you have to worry about them as much.
Interesting. I just have CC pick Liang for me every time. And
I just ban Yarya every game, and I don't worry about them. I just think Yarya is my number one ban right now.
Yarya. Wait, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
the Yarya is annoying.
Yeah, we're gonna get into Rome in a little bit, right? Like, so what about all the other? Okay, what about Pei? What about? Do you guys think Pei is?
Yeah, he goes hand in hand with Byron right now, so he just goes net like it's just perfect.
Oh, you think Pei go hands in hand with Byron?
Yeah, they pick them together and then they just go and invade together.
Oh yeah, because you win.
And they're
I
like
think
rank
it's one of
1
his
and 2
strongest.
strongest characters early game, you know? So
Yeah.
it's like
Pei's
you can
invade
never
just makes
out-skirmish
him-
them.
Yep.
It's
This-
invade.
By the way, this is like on top of the fact HoK now have invade damage reduction. Like you get
Yeah.
like I think you getting less damage to the enemy jungle. You also
15%.
don't you also deal like don't you also take
Yeah, you
more
deal
damage?
less and tank. Yeah.
I don't think you take more damage. You deal 15% less damage, from my understanding,
What I mean is
until
like
4 minutes.
okay, so if you invade enemy jungle, wasn't there a punishment for you? Like for like
Yeah, you deal 15% less damage if you're in the
that's
enemy
it.
jungle.
That's it, right?
Period. Like
Okay.
to enemies, to buffs, to anything. Yeah.
Yeah,
Other
okay,
than
okay.
like minions and stuff, like Milady doesn't count. You know.
Is that only early game or when does that go away? I feel like I
4
should know
minutes it
this.
goes
It's for 4 minutes. It's only early
Yeah,
game.
it's only early game.
Yeah, so HOK's stages are actually pretty clear in the game itself. Like where other MOBAs is not as clear. HOK just 0 to 4 minutes early game. 4 minutes, 10 minutes is mid game, where you have like the Tyrant, the regular Tyrant, and Overlord. And from 10 minutes to 20 is late game, right? There's Shadow Tyrant, Shadow Overlord. And after 20 minutes, the Tempest Dragon, that's like super late game. So that's how they define all the stages.
Yeah.
Yeah. But early game, that's when you have
I
the punishment.
actually think here on this list, Jing and Ogren should just move up to S.
Ogren? All right, okay.
Yeah, but
so
both of them should move up to S, I think.
what do what's y'all think about this? Do you think like, do you guys concur with this? Jing and Ogren just move up to S?
I would concur, honestly.
Okay. So, what about you, Willie? What do you think about Jin and Ogren? Those
Yeah, I
guys?
think if those two are up there, I think Han's probably up there too. He's like a top pick too right now.
And in my
I think
opinion,
he's
I would
just
also
super
move
good now.
Lam up to A.
Who?
Yes.
Lam.
Oh, Lam.
Yeah.
Okay.
He should be above like Agudo, I think. Like maybe not above Agudo, like above Danway probably.
Yeah, I would put
somewhere
him
in there.
above Danway.
Really? All right.
I
You
think
guys
he's
think
really
Agudo is
good.
that great right now?
I think a lot of people don't know how to use him, but when people start to figure him out, I think he's gonna be like, oh, he's actually broken.
Okay. So MTS, do you build Lam tank or Lam damage?
I feel like he's kind of like Han Shin. Like you can look at the enemy team and be like, oh, this is a good tank game. This is a good AD game. Like you can kind of just tell. You would have to like play it to get a good feel for it, but he can. That's like the good part of him. You can be like a tank for your team, or you can be like a full assassin. You know.
Right. You have to do the setup ahead of time because you won't have too much time. Dude, I hated
Yeah, that is true.
the timer in draft. They give you like 10 seconds.
Yeah, they do not give enough time.
Yeah.
I have like an 80 Allgran build and a tank Allgran build, and I'm like, oh crap, I gotta switch it right before.
I sniffed and I missed a pick one time. Like I was literally, I forgot what, and I was so pissed. I was like, I literally just sniffed because you know how you do like the triple back-to-back sniff, like, and then you try to do like over like 3 times. I missed my pick. God darn it! And also like there is so much customization in the game. After you pick your buttons, you pick your load in.
Oh yeah, the button. Yeah.
Yeah, the and then the recall, whatever. Like when I try to do that, you have no time to do some other stuff, the builds or whatnot. So
Everybody's been showing off their skin stuff
I
on
also
the,
think
on the loading
Kongming's
screen.
A tier. I think he's really good right now.
who?
Kongming.
Kongming A tier.
Oh,
Ooh, okay.
I don't
so
know if I agree with that one.
I
so
think he's super bursty and he just snowballs super easily.
I
so
think he's better mid, actually. I don't want to go
I
back
don't know about-
to
like,
mid,
I don't
but
agree
I
with
feel
that
like
one either.
mid he's rated really low, actually.
all right. So here, where was Kongming listed as mid? Low tier. Okay, the I was asking the player why is he listing Komin and Haino so low? Because like I've seen in lower elo, those people are really popular, right? Those characters. He said the issue with them ranking up, the higher you go, is they only have damage. Like they have nothing but damage, and that's an issue. Because like mid lane again, it's all about ROI, return of investment, right? Like quad control utility. At least for him in a team, because HoK is more team than anything else, right? Than a lot of other games. So we're a team.
But Koming, even in pro play, I think is played more mid than jungle. We see a lot of like mid laners. Their signature pick is the Koming. Once you get late into the pick ban format, all the Princess Frost stuff is removed. Like Koming actually sees like a surprising amount of play mid. I think he's good in the jungle too. But for whatever reason, competitive, maybe this because there's more of a jungle pool for them to dig through. He's actually seen more mid from what I've seen.
I think he's better than Butterfly on this list, for example.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I would say I'll put him right above Butterfly.
Okay, well let me ask with Butterfly, do you ever build tank on Butterfly?
No,
I've seen it a lot.
I don't, but
I remember back in AOV days, she was always used as a lot of times she would use as a tank. But now I don't know if she got changed. Like skill 2 give you crit or like. I think skill 2 give you crit. I'm pretty sure of that. Like when you learn skill 2 and then you throw it on 2 people, you give you crit actual crit chance. So and then the ult works a little bit differently now as well. Butterfly seems really fun, by the way. I also have a really cool skin. I think Koming has the JJK skin for sure. Got
so many cool skins. I feel like every Koming skin is just so cool.
True. Wait, hold on. What do you say, Phil?
They just brought back one of his limited skin, the Yin Yang skin. That was a pretty expensive. They just brought it back.
Yo, by the way, if you're watching, make sure to use all of these people got QR codes, right? Look at Phil, you got a QR.
But I'm the only one with it physically, though, so you should use mine.
There you go. You just what do you call that? Scan the QR code. You get like 20% extra tokens, and then you'll be supporting all the creators as well. So do that. And then I think this is it, right? Do you guys have anything else?
one?
No, I think
one
there's
more
a lot
comment.
of changes still, to be honest.
I think Charlotte is like completely lowest to see, like completely lower than all of them.
Charlotte
and I
jungle?
think I'm like a Fang enjoyer. I think he's actually like if
we're talking about climbing, he's pretty good right
if
now.
You're trying to climb from like lowest of the low elo to like masters, I think he's like like you can just blow through ranks with him with the speed of his clear, the damage, everything.
So okay, where do I put
low
Fang
B?
then?
I would say lowest B.
Lowest B, like right here.
Yeah, I think he's slept on.
Okay, Willie, you agree with this?
Yeah, I think that he's really easy to climb with. Like he's super. You can just catch on to what he does really quickly.
Yeah. Why is he not? So Fang is used quite a bit in competitive, but he's only played as a marksman. So the same thing as Channel. I was asking about Channel. I was like, why is Channel so low tier in jungle? Because like Channel was literally the Genghis Khan, right? The previous version, and he was like literally a jungle character. And then he said the clear is so low, so slow.
The clear is really slow on Channel.
Yeah.
And I think Fang is the only one that can clear fast as an ADC in the jungle.
Bro, you absolutely counters Fang so hard. Because his passive on his first skill, you just ultimate and it goes right away, and it's like there goes all of his damage.
I mean, a lot of a character, as long as you have some kind of clear on like even I think already skill 2 doesn't cleanse it. As long as you have some kind of cleanse. I know like
Renji, I think.
Yeah. Durenji's skill 2.
Yeah.
I think Drones' ultimate probably does it too. As long as you cleanse negative effect, you cleanse Fawn's skill 1. All right. I think that's pretty much it. I was surprised that to be honest, like one of this what do you call this? Musashi. I thought it was like more strong. I thought it was stronger.
Fell off.
Yeah,
he fell
exactly.
off.
He fell off.
He was like the must pick or bend.
The Neza and Okio, I think, are still really high. I feel like those picks
really,
are not
I think
crazy.
they're pretty good.
Who?
I think they're in a good spot.
Yeah, they're in.
I think Koming is actually better than them, and then Kaiser probably.
Wait, no shot. Koming better than Noja and Yukio.
In the jungle, I think so. Also, like Mankey and Kaiser, I feel like are a little bit better too because they actually see play. Like maybe I'm thinking about this competitively
I think,
too
that's
much. Like
pro,
Butterfly,
though.
Okio,
I
Neza
think,
never see play.
True. Okay. That's a good point that Phil brought up because he is a pro. He is a pro caster, and my question is like, Monkey and Kaiser is used really often in competitive, like really often, right? Like especially
Monkey a
Kaiser.
lot more. Monkey a lot more, I think, actually.
Like in if you watch KPL, Kaiser is 100% pick rate for each series, right? Like
Oh, wow, okay.
he just shows up every time.
Yeah.
And then obviously he builds pure tank. Like why is he so low in rank, you think? Like,
I think it's because he's so team dependent, and like in KPL, you'll never see a Kaiser without a Dahlia because the double ults.
okay.
And like it's just like the tank, the clear is slow, and he's just a full tank, and you can't really carry.
True. Oh, by the way, Phil, you were watching the animated series, right? On Crunchyroll?
I wanted to watch it on stream, but I can't apparently. So
But-
yeah, I gotta start watching it when I can.
Okay, so you haven't watched it yet.
I have not watched yet. No.
Okay, you should. It's all about Kaiser. It's
Okay, let's go. He's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's-
that's why I'm biased too. You know, I love.
all right. We'll move Kaiser up.
Now he can sleep.
Yeah. In the video, in the anime series, it was pretty. He is pretty cool. Like they make him really cool. I think in the anime
Bro,
series,
he's cool in the game too, man. He's
He
hella
is.
cool in the game.
Yeah, he has like some cool skins as well. So
Yeah.
he just
I really miss his old like play style though. It was like he used to be like a clash lane like full
True.
crit,
true.
and now he's
Full
more of like a
execute,
tank.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, like the skill 2 flash, like that was.
Yeah.
There's so much interactions with the skill 2 and flash.
Does
Yeah,
this guy have Athena in C tier?
yeah. Athena and C tier. This is Athena right here. This is jungle position.
She's D tier until they change her back to Wonder Woman.
So, I mean, I've rarely seen this character, to be honest. Like
I don't see her anymore
she's
either.
not good.
Okay, you know what's
She's not
funny?
good.
I was watching a PKL, the Filipino Pro League, right? And then they're using the old the martyr strategy with Athena. I think MTS know about it.
Yeah.
They
I
play
just-
Rome, right?
God.
Don't they play Rome with
I hope
Smite?
I never see
Yeah.
that ever.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
never
The one
seen it
with the
for the past few years. Yeah, the most recent PKL. So if you watch it, I think it's Team Boom. They were using Athena, and then they were playing Athena Rome with Smite. So
Yeah, I think that's actually pretty good. Like that, it
I hate when
disrupts
that's
teams
good,
that are not
though.
ready for it. You know, like it's
It's
so
so annoying.
in solo queue. If you're a jungler and Athena goes in your jungle with Smite, you're gonna have a bad time.
yeah, and see, I want to quickly explain this so people understand what a martyr strategy is. The whole idea is Athena dies and he become like this flying thing, right? And he didn't go back to base. He just become this untargetable flying thing. And the thing about it is he can get infinite vision, like unlimited vision, right? He basically just keep on dying and keep on getting vision. And on top of it, he gets smite, and he actually does a lot of damage, right? Like he does a lot of damage as a bruiser. So all he does is he just goes in jungle and steal your shit. Like he steals everything from you, and you just kill her. But it doesn't matter. Another point is, after you kill her a certain amount of times, I think if you kill a character and it never gets another kill, his value doesn't go up, right? I think he stays at 60 probably. I don't remember exactly the lowest.
It drops off. It goes from 200 to 170 down to maybe 60. I actually
Yeah, I remember the
I know
lowest
it
gold you
definitely
can
drops
get.
per def. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot the lowest you can get, but you basically doesn't get that much value for killing her anymore. But she's still, the thing is, if she skills late game, it's all about farm. It's not about KDA. So she still do a lot of damage late game, and she still steals your jungle and still gets vision. So the idea is just like she is gonna build full damage and steal your shit. And late game, she's a threat to your backline, right? As a someone who's 0-20 on KDA.
Yeah. And killing her does nothing because you get no gold.
Yeah,
So it's
and on top of the fact that because she's constantly feeding, all your teammates become really high up in KDA. And then your team gets a shutdown gold. So if you kill a jungler who is 10-0, like you're gonna get a lot of shutdown gold, right? Or like imagine killing a roam. Like he just feeds roam sometimes, and you're killing a roam, right? You get a shutdown gold. So that's like how it works, the strategy. But we don't see
I
it
think
that
I'm gonna make a
often
video
anymore.
on that soon. That sounds fun. Just to go in the enemy jungle, start smiting stuff. You know.
yeah,
Well,
just
wait.
don't do it in my games.
Yeah, sure. The thing is, you also feel like the idea is when you do this, you have to get a carry who's carrying, like who has to also step up, right? Because you're the goal. What you're doing with you're disrupting, but then you have to also have someone who's doing who's winning. The issue with Athena, I think, was the martyr strategy is your lane's not winning anymore, right? Like imagine a marksman.
And
is gonna
you're relying on your team to carry you,
Yeah.
because you're just there to distract people.
Yeah, to distract their jungle. Mostly to disrupt their jungle. I think this is a pretty good tier list for jungle. Let's quickly move on to roam. All right, we don't have that many roam options in HoK right now, and this is all we have.
S tier seem right. maybe Saker is the same level as Daidi. I think Daidi is way better. I don't know if that's because like Saker needs to go down.
Remember,
or...
this is a rank. So Phil always look at it from a
Yeah.
competitive lenses, right? Competitive Sakir is not used that much, but then wait, hold on.
Yeah.
You pronounce his name as Sakir?
Isn't it?
I would say
Sakir.
Sakir.
Sakir, yeah.
I think Yarya is S tier.
Yarya
is pretty annoying. Yeah.
in rank.
It's just
I don't know if he
auto-wins.
put it S tier though, because it's really dependent on who you're playing Yarya for.
Like,
So
if
it's
you
like
give
if
a
you're
Yarya
solo
to
queuing and
Luna,
you're playing
it's like-
Yarya.
It's really hard to win the game if a Yarya and a Luna go together and it's Chinese in the jungle. Like, you're gonna get cooked.
Yeah,
You know, I know why Will like to want to put Yarya because he hates Yarya, right? Like, he's.
I mean, I hate her too.
Wait, didn't y'all? This is default ban, right? A lot of times it makes
Yeah.
Yeah,
sense
every time.
because you
Number one
play
ban.
you play Han Xin and then Mi Yue. So I understand like when you go in, this guy does triple knock up. You know, like on top, push you back, knock you up, and then knock you up one more time. There's 3 stages of Yarya skill 1 actually in terms of knock up. Like if it run into you, if you get close to the end point, it can knock another knock up, and then it comes back to you, third knock up with 1 skill. So it is insanely annoying. But the idea here is when I was asking him, the idea here is like it's because in lane, it's all about in lane mostly is sustain. So like Sakir early game is too strong in rank. Like skill, but and it's true. Like secure level 1, skill 1 can literally shred 40% health or something like that off a marksman, off a squishy character.
And you build penetration boots, and he just like one shots you. You know,
Yeah,
like
he
early
he
game.
surprisingly one shots people. Like he gains so much advantage. And the thing about it is mostly not just the damage; it's mostly the heal, right? Because he does that in next to your ally, and you just heal hell a lot, right? Like there's too much sustain lane. Same as the idea, right? The idea is on another tier, but I agree. Like to be honest, I think the idea is a different beast, and then Sakir is here with like everybody else.
I feel like
yeah, that's what I was saying. Like I wasn't saying Sakir is bad. It's just that I feel like Die Idea is like just so many leagues above everyone else.
What do y'all think?
And
what do y'all guys concur?
I think it's okay. I think it's okay to have Sakir up there, and I also think that like Mosey and Dahlia go up 1.
Mosey and Dahlia. So Dahlia. Okay, right.
Dahlia
here,
is not even A tier for some reason. I feel like she's gotta be up
yeah,
there.
Dolly is
unless
good.
I'm-
Motsu's probably better than the Lee Bang there. I think his name.
Yeah,
is.
this Mosey is really annoying to deal with.
Mosey
yeah.
is really annoying. Mosey is really.
I feel like if you're a solo queue support, he's like one of the go-to if you want to like try and really control a game.
I actually have
But,
100% win rate on Mosey.
Yeah, I think he's really strong.
Was 4 games.
I think you can move the whale down to the bottom just because they don't offer a lot in terms of like they just run around and do nothing all game, every game, and you have the whale.
Oh,
Where
Zhuangzi.
is she? Oh,
Bro, I love the whale guy.
Zhuangzi's right here. Zhuangzi's right here. So
He is probably bad though.
no, Zhuangzi got a buff, and I actually Zhuangzi is used in competitive more often than not. Like this character,
He's just a counter pick.
he's
For
He's
really-
rank,
like very
though, for rank,
situational counter
it's just-
pick.
if you're gonna pick the whale, there's like 30 other players that are better characters right now that you can pick than the
True.
whale.
True. It's about what do you call what you're losing.
Wait,
right, if you pick Zhuangzi.
why is Zia at the bottom of D? I feel like Zia is not that good, but it's not the worst support in the game. You know, like
What do y'all think? Compare Quay is by the oh excuse me, this is a Quay by the way. This is yeah, I think every other character you can see.
it's for sure better than Guai Gutsu. There you go. Is that how you say it? Close enough.
鬼谷子. Oh, why
Guiguzi,
is
yeah.
鬼谷子not
Guiguzi.
played anymore? What do y'all think?
do you remember, Dave, when it was like I remember when I played in China, Guigusa plus Liu Bei, is that his name?
Dude,
Or-
it was literally the
Was like-
character.
yeah, he was like so good, and then he just completely sucks. I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened either. Like
I think
literally
right now, just because ADs they expect the support to stay with them all match, that you know these characters that can babysit are top right now.
True. Like the ones that offer more sustain and more just everything for the marksman is probably better. It's also again, I think it's comp dependent because there's sometimes we see a comp where there's not even a marksman, right? We see Dr. Bien as a farm lane, so like
It's rare though. Like
It's rare, yeah.
99% of ranked games, you're gonna have a traditional marksman. I think.
true. Like Donghuang is so weird. Like to be honest, if you pick Donghuang, like why not? Zhang Liang is so much better. Like Donghuang is so weird. It feels like.
I feel like Liang Po's kind of low here too, but that might be the more the competitive talking here because Liang Po's a
Yeah, I
top
feel like the
tier
lane.
competitive support.
Lampo competitive is really popular. He's more
Yeah.
popular than like everyone here actually. To be honest,
He's right with Zhongfei. Like they're both
Yeah.
like 1-to-1. You know, like if you need a tank, they ban out Zhongfei, or you played it already. You just next game go Liang Po.
I just
True.
think in rank, like what the Chinese player that made this
Yeah.
is like right is sustain in lane is just so important, and he doesn't offer that like healing and stuff like that.
See, that's also why he put Yara. Like, okay, so Willie put Yara 8 here. He was talking about Yara. Like, Yara is good with almost. It's like basically what MT was saying. It's like who you're playing with. The thing about Yara in lane is it's good on throwing a little bit of poke, but Yara has no sustain. It doesn't offer anything for sustain wise for your marksman. So if you know you're gonna lose the lane, and then they just have a mode to constantly poke, right? It's kind of pointless if you have a Yara in lane to help your marksman, because the biggest problem the marksman is facing is like on constant low HP. They can't farm.
Well, I think they know that, and that's why like Yarya Marco Polo is so good together, because Marco Polo is not winning the lane.
Yeah.
You just kind of like know you're not going to win and just like negate your losses, and then late game you're just online together.
True. And Yara, I see a lot of frequently Yara player, they're usually go with jungle. Well, not
Yeah, they go with the jungle as
They
well.
go with jungle early game. Yeah.
That's what makes it hard to jungle against them, is because it's 2v1 when you're trying to gank, and you're always outnumbered.
Yeah. Similar to me.
And she accelerates their clear too. You know, like
Yeah, exactly.
if you take a fast jungler and you help him out with a Yari too, like that clear is so quick. Like there's no universe you make it in time
True.
to.
True.
the
I
lane
agree
co-
with this. I think the
agree
Dolia changed for sure. Because Dolia was so underrated. The little whirlpool she creates has so
Yeah,
much
she has
HP.
good sustain too.
Yeah, she has really
She's
good
good.
sustain. Literally.
I don't know. I don't know
Go
if
ahead.
I want to move Cyan here, right? But I feel like in lower rank, she's like Omega S tier. Like before
I
people
think
really
she's good.
understand how to
Yeah.
build,
Yeah, I think
like
she's underrated.
Omega S tier.
So
Like, she auto
where would
wins.
you put it before mods
I
or
would,
after?
I would put it like right before Moza. I think she's better than Liu Bang.
I don't think Liu Bang is that good though. Like Liang Po is better
I don't
than Liu
think
Bang
so
for sure,
either.
think.
I feel like he's really like he has no sustain in lane. Like you're just playing for the whole. I don't know if he's
Yeah.
really that good.
He is playing for the
Yeah,
whole.
he's probably like C. I think actually. I don't see people play him
Roam.
roam that much actually.
He's
He's in a weird spot. Like
He's in worse.
he's in a really weird spot.
He's mostly played Clash, if anything.
Yeah.
You just play Clash, execute, and then you go like half
He just
magic
plays
damage,
Swiftwatcher
half tank.
against them, and it's over for them.
Tyen is OP. Like, I agree with Phil. Tyen is insanely strong.
She's really annoying to play against. I hate playing against her. She's like
But
up
as
there.
you get
with-
higher rank, people understand and they build first item anti-heal against her, and it shuts her down a lot more.
The-
But in lower elo games though, like some people don't never build anti-heal against her. She's so crazy.
The
Like,
issue
just
is
solo wins
not
a team
even
fight.
the thing about the issue with Tyen is not even the heal. Because when she ults, everybody in that freaking ult gets like insane amount of armor and physical defense and magic defense. I think it's the base defense you get is 200 for both physical and magical, and it's really easy to stack those defense already. So on top of Tyen, you just become like really hard to kill, even with a marksman. So and I think the anti-heal in the game only work 35%. It's not 50% reduction. So so the heal is also insanely good late game. Once your items start stacking a little bit. It's in rank. It's so annoying because in lane,
Yeah, and her
She's
biggest
very
plus
good at
is like
team
she's
fighting,
very
you know,
easy
like-
to play.
she's
She's
like,
easy to
easy.
play, very good at team fighting. That's why I mentioned like in lower ranks, I feel like she can auto win as a support almost. Like if you get
True.
a big heal off in a fight, that's just auto GG. You know, like
Yeah, by the way, try the Huangzhong. Huangzhong just got buffed on skill 2, the mine, where you get your shield and then you get vision. That with Tyen, like when Huangzhong ults, you get like extra defense. And Tyen ults on top of it. It will surprise a lot of assassins who thought this Huangzhong is standing like sitting duck. You
the
come
ultimate
in.
turret build.
Yeah, and Tyen just ults, and then like the assassin just sit there like, yo, what the hell is happening, bro? Like, why am I doing no damage? Why am I healing this turret? Okay, anyways, any other comments on this or we're good?
Zia is still
I
at
like
the
it.
bottom. I don't think Zia's at the bottom.
Where?
Really?
Zia's like
Uh,
minimum like in B, I think.
Really? Okay, all right.
I think Zia's a lot better
Willie,
than all these other
MTS,
random
what do y'all
guys.
think? We have to take a vote. He is changing.
I just think he's better mid, but
True.
We can just put
Sure.
the whale down at the bottom for fun.
But there's
you really
no
don't
way
like the
Zia is
whale.
the worst though. Like
I would.
Zia is played.
You could at most move him up to C, in my opinion. But like, the
I-
problem is support. Like you don't have like you don't offer like the poke in lane, I guess. And then, but don't you have to reach level 15 yourself to give
Yeah,
the?
to give
You
the
get level 15 really early on him. He's the first person on the team.
guess.
no, but the thing is when you
not
play
really-
Rome, you don't get that. Like when you play Rome, you don't get EXP that much, right? So he basically
Even on Rome though, you are on average the first person to hit 15. It was
Really?
I think it's like a shittier Motsu, you know? Like they both play range. He builds all the same things. He builds anti-heal, everything, you know. He's not as good as Motsu though, but
here's the issue. Let me put it here.
I don't think he's the worst. I don't think he's like the worst character in the game.
Issue,
like, you know?
the issue with Xia I see in lane too is like the same. You can see the common traits with all the 4 characters on the bottom side. Like they don't offer sustain, and their utility is conditional. With Xia, for example, Xia offers poke, yeah, but like there you can be easily nullified, completely healed up by most of the characters, other support, right? Diadia, Sakir, Dolia, right? Like. You have Da Qiao, right? You can just teleport and go back to heal 4 HP, come back. And then, by the way, Da Qiao's like rework made her so insane with the skill too. You miss the circle, there's still a dot. You can just like, you know, little circle thing. And you can just sphere, you touch it, you go back to base. Cai Yan, right? Like basically your poke early game become nullified. And that's the biggest issue. And on top of the fact he didn't have any mobility, right? Look at Diadia. Mobility, heal, stun, right? Like there's guaranteed stun, steal gold. Like freaking, it's too much, right? So that's the way it's laid out. And Xia doesn't have, it's not a front line. Compared to Lianpo, sorry, and then all the other characters can at least get some vision, right? Like Xia can't really get a lot of vision sometimes. So I think this is pretty good. We had a really good debate on this one. What about the last position, which is marksman?
Is that early on top?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, who?
Yeah,
Who on
makes
top?
sense.
Arlie.
Arlie makes sense for us.
Yeah.
What
I
about
hate Arlie.
what about
Renji up, man. I think D Renji needs to go up a little.
where?
Like in like third maybe actually. I think D Renji is really good.
Right here? The
I would
NJ
put him
is pretty-
behind
somewhere
Marco.
there.
behind Mako. Mako in rank is
Yeah.
really strong. The issue, okay, so here's his argument in a more complete version of it. Marco Polo is actually not, I mean, competitive is used very often, but in ranking, Marco Polo is really good, especially low elo climbing up. Marco Polo just insanely good.
I think a lot of these heroes here depend on which support they get to based on what tier they're going to be in that game.
Yeah,
Like Yarya goes really well with the Marco, and Ming goes really well with the Mang. You know, like
true. Okay, so Arlie is just universally good.
Yeah, that one's
Arlie is- you
guaranteed.
can always
Guaranteed
pick,
S.
Yeah, it is here. The thing about it is like there's a little love triangle in a sense. Long is like good most of the time. You got like I think Long is so good. You have mobility to escape as a solo as a marksman. No other one like I think more mobile than Arlie in a sense, right? Because you can just completely go away right, with your ultimate. It's hard to really catch him. But then Long get countered by Arlie just with a skill too. You can't do damage, right? Like that's pretty much it. That's why like in competitive, once Long is picked and the other side has Arlie, they send Long into like mid lane, you know, or start with a clash lane sometimes, just so you don't face Arlie in lane, which is pretty smart. It happens all the time in all the pro leagues across the entire globe, including China. There's one question I wanted to ask, which is Luara. Have you guys played Luara lately?
Oh my god,
She's
I
not
haven't
very
seen her.
good.
I don't know where she went. It's like
I
she
don't
got
think
released
she's
and then
Dude,
not very good right now.
Try Luara, bro. Like try Luara with one of those Dolia, because Dolia can reset her ult. Cai Yan, I think she's so underrated. But I'm not gonna
really.
Yeah, I'm not gonna question this position. She's so underrated. Like when you use your by the way, they reworked her. I don't know if you guys noticed. It's like such a shadow rework. That's one of the complaint I sent to the dev regarding like why certain rework or the patch notes were not announced properly in a sense. I didn't even know she got reworked. Her skill one.
This is the first time I'm hearing that.
I don't know if you remember. She used to work off crit. Like once you hit little crit, a certain amount of crit chance, there's an extra button that comes out. Similar to Yixing, like you know how Yixing you have like after you accumulate 50, 80, 150, or no, 50, 100, and 150, those passive, you get the extra buttons, extra skill you can use to speed up. So for Luara, they used to be where you hit a certain amount of crit chance, you get like an extra button that allow you to do something. I forgot exactly what it did. I didn't main her then. But then now they changed that. So now your skill one become insanely easy to use. And you can always use skill one. They literally have limitless skill 1 to dash over walls, and then to throw serpent. If you have, for example, let me put it this way. Level 2, Luara with Frenzy beats Arlie with Frenzy every time. If Arlie comes in and you guys just trade, in normal trade, like if you guys just try to trade, right, which doesn't happen in higher elo, everybody tries to farm and get out, and contest little small camps. However, if you're trying to trade, one skill 2 will take away like 1/4 to 1/3 of Artie's health if you have a serpent ready. It's insane.
Does she go Frenzy though, Luara? Is that her meta common
It
skill?
depends on who you're going against, right? If you're going against like someone who's not gonna go Frenzy, for example, you don't have
Maybe
to.
like a tank. If you're against a tank jungle, you could try and use the Frenzy. But
yeah,
a lot of times you don't have flash. You're just gonna get jumped on.
No, the thing is the ultimate and skill 1 makes you move so fast. It's like basically what I was saying right now. There's not a time when you play Luara in teamfight. It's almost like you're carrying a 24/7 sprint. You're always sprinting. Like in teamfight, you're always using skill 1. There's not a single moment you are not using skill 1. That means like you're always jumping over walls. You're always like running faster than everybody else in the teamfight. So Flash, Frenzy can all work on her because of that mobility. But you should try it. I think she's probably higher, but right now I don't think there are enough people who try it.
I mean, personally, I was gonna say she's got to be lower, but now that you said all this, maybe I swear I just haven't seen her.
All right, like B, I think she's B somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere B.
Really? I feel like a lot of these are kind of throwing me off a bit.
Which one?
Like I feel like Meng is somewhat B. If he gets like 3 items, he's like pretty good.
Who?
Like Alessio is a bit high for me. And
I think he is a bit high as well too, but I don't agree with the Ming thing. I think Ming's kind of bad though.
Wait,
who Mengya?
Wait.
I think they're saying
Meng, yeah.
Wait, yeah, you guys said Ming.
Yeah.
I was like, Ming is the support. Yo, this is Ming, bro.
I assume he meant Meng, yeah. I assume he meant Meng, yeah. In my mind.
Okay.
Mengya.
Yeah,
I would always say Mengya, but
Mengya is.
Like, I played a lot of Ming, and I think that he's like pretty good. If you get a good support like a Ming, you can like get ahead pretty fast early on, like is what you need. But if you get behind with him, then you can't catch up.
Like Huang Zhong and
behind though, I feel like his laning is not that good.
Huang Zhong and Alessio, you want to?
They are way too high for me, in my opinion. Like I feel like I would
probably like bottom of B or top of C, maybe.
Yeah.
So move them like this, kind of.
Yeah.
Huang Zhong buff. You should try it though. The reason why Huang Zhong was in the position was because the skill 2. So I was asking about Channel as well. I was like, why Channel so high?
Channel feels a little high for me too. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was saying this like. The reason why Channel is so good in higher elo, in ranking up, if you get really good at it, is the skill 2. It's actually the main reason is just the wolf. Like you throw the trap, it gives you vision. Not to mention like recently there's a buff on the Channel as well on the skill 2. So it deals more damage. So the damage is decent. And on top of the fact the early game wolf is so hard to kill, which is true. It's really hard to kill that wolf. And if you don't deal with it, the issue is your vision is constantly revealed. And then you let the wolf bite you, right? And then you are constantly slowed. Because every time the wolf attacks you, you get slowed. And it stacks, right? So you have to deal with it. And if you don't deal with it, you just get kind of screwed. So he just constantly throw that in lane to mess with the enemy jungler. Marksman. And it's hard to gank him because of the trap. So Huang Zhong has a similar trap. And then the cooldown's lower, you get higher shield as well now with Huang Zhong's skill 2. So that's basically the issue. But obviously, Channel has so much more utility regarding like tower push, team fight and all that.
I see.
Yeah.
I just think his early lane, like his early game damage is really low, Channel.
Yeah.
So that's like it's like a little iffy to be like you might get behind early.
Where would you put it? Like B?
Like I'd rather have a Marco Polo. I would put it like below
he's
Marco.
Behind DRNG, actually.
DRNG, yeah.
Okay. What about Shouye has the same thing, by the way. Shouye also has those traps. Like the 3 characters, right? Channel, Shouye.
Yeah.
Like
he has wards. He actually doesn't have traps. They're just straight up wards.
Wards,
they don't hurt anyone. Yeah,
sure. That's
I feel like
true.
like people don't know how to play him correctly. I don't know why. Like I just don't see them like dominate games. Like for some reason in competitive, he looks so strong. But I feel like all these ranked players are not. Shouye.
Okay.
But they're just not like. I don't know what it is about him, but like in rank, it feels like they're just playing him incorrectly.
Bro,
like they just
when season resets and you see those like I want to say grifters, like professional. I don't know if that's professional, like Shouye player. they level 1, go hide in your bush, right?
Oh yeah, those guys.
And you got one-shotted when you go to lane. Like I got one shot and I was like, what just happened? I don't know how that happened.
Well, the good thing is they did change it. So like those what are they called? The jump pads now. They can't really do that because you're just jumping the lane and everybody's there at the same time.
True.
It's the same with Guan Yu. He was so strong because he could run to like enemy mid and get there first and like push people and do all this stuff. But now there's these jump pads and that early game move speed doesn't mean anything.
True.
Because everybody's there.
That's absolutely right.
So,
the thing about HoK is they're trying to like rechange them. They change the map like every season now, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right. It seems like every season there's something new on the map. Right. Last time
they add a small gimmick every
they
season.
add a small gimmick to it. It's what did they add last time? It was like some sort of gold. I forgot what it was.
There was these river like wards or whatever you can grab. It speeds
yeah,
you up,
yeah.
and then there's the day and nighttime.
True.
You know, like
The day and nighttime. Yeah, day and nighttime.
I like the day and nighttime. That was I don't know why that was fun.
Like, as a jungler, day and nighttime's kind of fun because like you finish your clear, and then nighttime happens. You goes zoom, and then you speed in the lane.
Dude, that thing was so confusing to me for a while. Like I was like, what? And you have to play Rome to kind of and truly study
To
it.
use the actual button.
Yeah, to use the actual button to see what it does. The slow, I was randomly slowed. And I see some beam that hits me, and it's not even doing that much damage. But then it's just there's an awkward beam.
It reveals you.
Yeah, I was like, why is there a beam on top of my face? All right, what about so what do y'all think about Feng as a marksman? You think
I think he's way better. Way better. Like above Laura.
Luara?
Yeah, I would
Okay.
put him above Lara too.
Okay. I think that's
Okay,
pretty good.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Aaron, I swear, like people that play her
Aaron's
are
better
good with
too,
her.
I think. Aaron's
Like-
probably above Laura too, I think.
What do y'all think about Aaron got a buff not too long ago as well?
She's all right. She's better AP right now, I think.
Yeah. I think the issue, and also like Aaron, if you build, I think Aaron's mobility issue, but she does have mobility. I just feel like the mobility is really weak. The skill 2 and then the passive.
When she's fed though, she's putting out a lot of damage. It's hard to kill.
True. Then why is Aaron so weak? Like I feel like she has some poke. She has a really long range skill 1 to poke. It just doesn't do much damage, but it is a poke.
Personally, I don't think she's weak. I think she's like underrated.
Okay, so where would you put Aaron?
Personally, I would put her like below Concert U, like right up there.
Here?
Yeah, in my opinion, I think she's very underrated, but that's just me.
All right, okay. So Phil also agreed to be above Luara, and Willie says, Willie, you do you concur with this, or what's your
Yeah,
thought?
like she's better than I think that she's playable for sure, like B tier for sure.
Okay, so only Agudo and Luban are just trash.
Well,
I think
I've heard.
Alessio and the two above it should actually be in C.
Alessio?
Yeah, I would say Alessio
Yeah,
and
these are
Hongzhong.
like C, I think. Yeah.
Really? Alessio?
I swear, Alessio is really bad. I don't know.
I love Alessio, by the way. He's one of my favorites, but I don't think he's that good.
I don't ever see him anymore. Like
I don't think he does enough damage. He needs to do.
I don't think I've ever seen him in China Pro League ever.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen him picked once.
No, I've never seen a game with him yet.
Dude, he has a cool mechanic, and he takes fall
He is
damage
cool.
too.
He's really cool. Like I like playing him
He
too.
does not
but,
take
like,
fall damage unless you like go and practice too or something.
Yeah,
He
you go to
does not take
practice
fall
too.
damage.
He's the only. What I'm starting to say is he's the only marksman who can take fall damage in practice mode. No one else can. It's fun to watch. By the way, Luban is not that bad. I think the reason why Luban is bad is because Luban Master is not out yet in HoK.
yeah, he needs the team up or whatever it is.
Yeah, there's a support character in this game in Honor of King Chinese version where it offers a pull. Like basically, he can pulls everybody like toward his ally, an enemy, towards him, which just give Luban like because Luban is only bad because of lack of mobility. You can't move, right? He just sits there. And the thing is, like, there's the one character that kind of solved that problem for him completely, and he's actually used as one of the he's most commonly picked in competitive in KPL, like most commonly picked. Believe it or not,
They're only played with Luban, I think. They have another benefit together? Don't they have another benefit together?
I
when
do
you
not
pick them
know.
together?
I just know they pull him because
They have some sort of like stat bonus or like since it's like the creator and Luban, they have some extra bonus on top of it. Yeah.
Yo, is there?
He's good with Huang Zhong too, isn't he? Because he can pull him while he ult. Yeah.
True, yeah. So like he's good. The Luban Master is good with a lot of characters who has no mobility. I think there was picked with HoYi as well when Luban was not.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is HoYi a little bit like, if I'm solo queue ranking, I feel like HoYi is not carrying too hard. I don't know if
Okay, so this is a little bit biased for him. Like I forgot to mention this as well. So when he was talking about HoE, I was like, why is HoE higher here? And he was saying like it's mostly the ultimate. The
ultimate's really good for the picks. Yeah.
Yeah. So like when you were ganking HoE lane, if the person is not completely stupid, and it's really easy to gank his lane with level 4 ultimate, right?
Yeah.
So it's a long range setup tool, and it can follow up and do a lot of damage, which makes sense, like because sometimes it's harder to gank somebody. HoE just make sure that if you gank his lane, it's kind of easy.
Also, HoE has that tilt factor. If he sends an arrow mid and it lands on the enemy mid laner, and then you catch them and they die there,
bro,
like, that tilts the enemy mid immediately.
Bro, I was watching, I forgot, it was a KPL or PKL, one of them, and that's exact the same thing. I think it was PKL, where that's exactly what you just said. It happened twice where HoE ulted enemy Nuwa and they had a HoE and Gan Moa together. So HoE ulted mid.
Oh, that's a great combo.
Yeah. Every time HoE ulted twice in a row, hit the Nuwa in the mid, and Gan Moa just, guarantee
that
hit.
feels bad.
Yeah. You literally just want to quit the game, at that point.
Right now, all the mid laners in the game, if your enemy stands still for 2 seconds in front of you, they are guaranteed dead. Like, all these guys can layer on combos. Princess Frost full combo them, like, it's just that type of HoK is a type of game, where if the mid laner sees you standing still for 2 seconds, you are guaranteed dead. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, that's why.
And HoE could enable that, if he gets lucky.
True.
So is Agado ADC like a meme, or like where did that come from?
I think it is a meme.
It's a meme. The reason why this guy is here is because if you go into the game, Agado is listed as a marksman.
Okay.
Yeah.
They tried to rework it to make it playable as a marksman.
Yeah, they did.
But it's still bad. It's still terrible. It's a tank. That's a tank.
Okay.
No, but Agado uses is a must-picked jungler. Like, so because HoK use global ban pick, so every character can be only used once, right? In BO7, Agado 100% shows up. BO5, Agado 100% shows up. And then in KPL they run Ziya, Agado, as well as Channel together. You just clear tower and you ignore everything, right? Channel's ult with the wolves, Agado skill 1, and Ziya just ultimate. Like, it's actually so insane. And on the KPL Grand Finals, they won that game against the second strongest team in China in like 12 minutes or some shit. It was insane. They just kept on pushing towers. The total death toll was probably 3 kills across the entire map. But they just poke towers. And there's not much you can do about it. They can take towers without you being there. So without minions being there. All right, I think that's about it. You guys have any other comments about the marksman tier list?
This is pretty good, I think. This is one of the best lists I think we have here.
Marksman tier list?
One of the most accurate ones. Yeah, this is one of the more
looks
accurate
pretty
ones,
good.
I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, by the way, I just personal shout out, try Luara. Dude, try it. The standard combo is 1-3-2. And they also reworked his skill too, where it cancels the animations. Like, so you can do 1-2-3 as well. And it's insane. It's literally insane. She has no extra buttons anymore. She just 3 buttons. There's no complication for her. 3 buttons. You press them, you win in lane. Like,
It doesn't get better than that.
Yeah, and also, do you know like the ultimate disarm people for Luara?
Yeah.
It blinds or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
blind. So if they use skills, the skill, if it's projectile, it goes random directions. If it's a marksman, the auto attack doesn't hit anymore.
She just beats a lot of people 1v1. It's just that marksman is like the class that 1v1's the least kind of late game, Like late game, she solos like everyone, it feels like, because she could just do that.
The thing is,
like, maybe not Marco.
It's really hard to get to her. Like late game, if you try to get to her, she jumps over a wall, right? And she activate the ult. The issue is when you auto attacking, she can activate 2 of those knockups when she start auto attacking. I don't know if you guys experienced it. If you try it, if you're a melee fighter who try to get to Luara, it's impossible. She like when she auto attack and just kite you just get constantly knocked up and you just become further and further away from her, and you just die after that, because she does like, if you build, because all her serpent inherits her attack modifier. So like if you build like the Doomsday, you just get shredded if you're a tank, obviously. All right, that's about it, guys. This is your modified tier list, combining some of the best players and also most comprehensive coverage from the best creators in Honor of King Global English. Okay, so make sure to follow everybody here. You see the link, the tags, search them on YouTube. And I think a different platform, MTS, you just started getting into content space as well. I think Willie streams on YouTube and Twitch. And then don't you stream on some other platform as well, Willie, or no?
Yeah, I got YouTube, Twitch, Kick, TikTok.
Yeah, this guy is insane. Yeah. And then I just wish he does music sometimes. He's actually a musician himself. You know.
Yeah, I'm artist relations in my city, so I drive every DJ that lands in my city. So like Tiesto, like any big names that land in my city, we handle the hospitality for the weekend.
Yeah, it's cool, bro. It's just a lot of cool dudes here. So make sure to follow everybody. And then, by the way, if you go to follow Phil as well on Instagram, he was showing off his like cool cars. So like you can go to his live stream to ask him about like how does he do that? There are 4 different
I'll tell
kind
you
of
how
cool
much
cars.
horsepower it has. Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. So you go to his live stream and ask him about those kind of questions. It's fun. And then with that being said, that's your tier list. Hope you guys like it. Make sure to share the video, go follow those creators. And this is us signing off. See you guys next time. Thank you.